Hey, welcome in, Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us.
What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Hello, I'm Billy Cauthen, the Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Provost Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
Say breaker.
Hello, breaker
19.
She's a 10, I know. She's a 10, I know.
Oh, we're on there.
Now I'm full of hot air. I don't know. I'm always on
Well,
there.
hey, you keep that stuff in. I don't want to smell it.
Boy, if you're smelling bad, go to Walmart and get you some Brut. There ain't no reason you shouldn't. And you spray that every day.
Dude, I got a little offended the other day. There was a guy that stepped out from, a place, and he saw me, and he's like, well, by God, it's Billy Stinking Cauthen. I'm like, whoa.
Did he really say
Yeah,
that?
Billy Stinking. And,
Did you go like this?
No, I hope that individual's listening this morning. And that wasn't cool, man, because I shower, I deodorant, I cologne. That's not cool, man.
You turned it into a verb. I deodorant.
I deodorant.
I deodorize. All that stuff usually is like a mask. It's like what is the stuff that you spray on stuff that stinks?
Like Febreze?
Febreze. That product failed at first because they didn't market it very well, and somebody else came in and remarketed it, and it took off. It's horrible. It's going to be a major failure. I never could stand that stuff growing up because it's not let's set the record straight. And if there's any person out there, and I was about to say if there's any women, but I don't want to, I don't want to upset anybody by saying, why does it have to be a women thing? But I'm being serious. If there's anybody out there, any female, any male that gets offended by this, you tell me. Febreze is not a cleaning product.
It's not.
It is a mask to cover up some nasty smells.
But in the commercial, they have the picture of the piece of fabric, and there's the little black clump, which is supposed to be evil. And then they spray the Febreze. So you think their marketing is leading you to think that it's cleansing the fabric.
It's not. All it does is mask the fabric. And let me tell you why. Because Mother, don't get mad at me. We had cats growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Cats do something that's the worst thing that any animal does of anything. A dog does it, and it goes away in a couple of minutes. A cat does it, it stays around for 15 years. You know where I'm going with this. Ammonia.
Mm-hmm.
The cat decides that's a nice-looking couch. I'm just going to go ahead and
Here, let me just pee on this.
Yeah, there. See, Billy, I needed him to finish.
I get it. They kicked me off the show. It ain't no big deal.
Febreze, all it does is cover it up. That's all it does. So now, not only do you have this ammonia, people are going to be like, what are y'all talking about? Now you have this ammonia smell mixed in with strawberries and peaches. It's just not a good mix. You know, Billy?
Ammonia and peaches.
Hey,
no,
well,
I didn't know what you're talking about because, when I was full-time in the garage door business, you would go in somebody's house and they would have the litter box in the garage, and to them, they're used to it. And I would step, into the garage area to look at the problem. Oh, yeah, man, like running into a brick wall.
Can you do a demonstration for us? Like,
No.
if you were just do this?
Whoa! Of course, they're normally with you, so you're like looking, what the problem is and trying to be professional because, ultimately at the end of the day, if they don't write you a check, you weren't very successful. So you don't want to be like, I'll come back when you get that jet out of here.
When that cat's gone, I'm gone.
Matter of fact, why don't you take your car and just run through the garage door so we can air this thing?
Yeah. No. I'm so thankful that we're talking about this morning. You know why? Because Sky Cauthen of Deep Clean, Texas is saying, preach this morning.
Yeah, preach.
She knows. Sky, what is the best cleaning product? What is something that people should use instead of Febreze to get rid of odor?
I had a customer one time that had a bunch of dogs, and she put them up in the garage. That was like their place. And I went in there to replace the door. And, we ran in there, took the old one out, and woo, got that fresh air. And then we started putting the new one in. And the new one was, it was a quality steel back insulated door. I mean, there were no air penetrations through the side, nothing. I mean, it was a good quality door like we sell. And it got so bad that I found a bottle of vinegar, like Heinz white distilled vinegar, and it was a big gallon
Probably
jug.
from like 1953.
I don't even care.
But it worked.
I popped the top off of that and just started sprinkling it through on the cement in the garage to try to get that smell to go down. It was horrible.
Oh, did it work?
Long enough for us to get done.
Oh, man. Vinegar. Here you go. Vinegar is our go-to multi-purpose cleaner.
See? Look at it.
I sprayed vinegar. We need to have Sky on the show and just give us a whole rundown.
Now,
on this.
vinegar,
She's the expert.
don't go get a jar of pickles and open them up. Use pickle juice.
I heard from somebody that said, my sister just randomly comments, beans and bologna just out of nowhere.
Rebecca.
When I got my truck, there was this. You could tell that somebody had smoked in the truck. I bought this. By the way, I know I'm bouncing all over. By the way, welcome in, Jerica. Can we give Jerica just a? It's been a while, Jerica. We missed you, and Jerica is joining us this morning, all the way from Fargo. So
from North Dakota.
Our Fargo friend is back. So welcome. We missed you. We were talking about it the other day. So where's Jerica at?
Yes, your absence has been noticed.
It definitely has, Jerica. So welcome back in. Here's where I was going.
We only have 4 listeners to the show. We need every one of you.
Yeah, we need the analytics, please. I'm trying to keep Billy on here on Fridays.
No joke.
But no, we've had good engagement. We appreciate all you guys. Do us a favor and comment and let us know you're out there. But what I was getting at, I had my Kia. The Kia Optima is not going to work up in North Dakota, so I sold it. Got that Ford F-150, but there was this kind of hint of cigarette smoke in there. Now, if someone smoked in it all the time, you'd noticed it in the headliner and all. It'd be yellow, and it just everything would be caked with it. This truck didn't have that, but it had a hint of it. And I think what may have happened is a couple of times somebody may have smoked in there, and it got in the air filter. So I decided I'm just going to take the air filter out, put a new one in, which, by the way, do that yourself. Now, on an F-150, it's kind of a pain because you got to remove the
He's referring to the cabin air filter.
The cabin air filter, yes. Do that yourself because – man, they'll charge you an arm and a leg sometimes whenever you go get your oil change, and sometimes I wonder if they walk in with one that's already been used from another vehicle. Well, look at this thing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about.
But on the F-150, you literally have to disassemble half the dash to get to it, but it's not a bad deal. I mean, once you figure it out, it's not too bad. So I took it in, and sure enough, I smelled it. That thing had the hint of cigarette smoke, and it had leaves on it and all that kind of jazz. So I pulled it out, popped the new one in, but somebody told me before you do that, spray a little vinegar up in there. So I sprayed some vinegar down in there and just a spray bottle, closed it up. You know what? That was maybe 2 years ago, Billy. And you know what? To this day, I smell when I turn on my AC?
Vinegar.
Vinegar. Smelled it this morning. When it's humid outside, especially in the morning, and it's warm and humid, or it could be a little bit cool, but primarily when it's warm. This morning's a little cool, but I turned it on. Vinegar right there in my face, man.
I'll take vinegar over cigarette smoke.
It's just like this soury smell, though. Now, the hint of cigarettes
Well, then why
went
don't you, just going out on a limb.
Just put some Febreze in it.
Flush it back with Febreze. Now, why don't you change the cabin air filter again?
I don't know if that's what it is.
Well, I mean, maybe it drew it back into that filter, and it's stuck in that filter.
It's a good idea. I guess I'm just too lazy to try it. I don't want to. I just got here.
Some of our vehicles, the funeral home and my personal have cabin air filters, and I try to once a year to change them because, we're shooting down dirt roads and all that other stuff, picking up dirt and stuff. I changed the one in my pickup truck I just changed it recently, so it was a time before that. And in the Chevy Silverado, you drop the glove box and little clips, and you get the well, you can't really, the way it's positioned, you can't really see what's going on, but you can pull the filter out. Well, mine, when I pulled it out, there was like a full leaf, and I didn't see it, and it dropped down in that blower motor, so I put the new filter in, button everything back, and it's a pain in the butt to get that little glove box door. Anywho, got it all done, cranked the truck up, cut the AC on, and it's I'm like, what the hell is that?
It was a leaf in there.
It was a leaf in there, so I had to drop everything back down and then do the claw to reach in there and try to get the leaf out. Yeah.
You know what it was? It was you trying to relive your kiddo days when you used to use a clothespin and put a couple of playing cards on your
That's
boat.
what it sounded like, yeah. That or rapid machine gun fire. Take your pick.
My sister just chimed in. Rebecca, she said maybe you should have sprayed a scent of essential oil on it. Now, I don't want to start getting on this whole train of essential oils, but are they really essential? Does that stuff really do anything? It's like
essential oil. Yeah. If you want something that smells and stays, that's where you're at.
Well, what's the deal with, these and I'm not a doctor. I'm no medical person. But it's like I see Shaq on there with the Icy Hot, and these patches. Do those patches actually really do anything?
The Salon Paws.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah.
The Icy Hot, these medicated patches. I mean, I don't understand how a patch can. I understand like the warmth and all that kind of stuff that helps provide some sort of relief. But do some of the patches that are medicated, do they actually go into your body? I mean, they say it absorbs through the skin.
I think it's just menthol is what they're putting on it.
And all that does just make it fresh, make it tingle and fresh, right?
Sounds like a good time to me.
I don't know, man. I just thought of that because someone was telling me the other day, I was talking about my knuckles hurting, and they said, well, put some essential oil on it. Do you have some Icy Hots in your pocket? Billy's reaching here for something in his pocket. He's not scratching his thigh, folks, I promise. Oh, you've got something.
Yeah, this is a nasal inhaler.
Okay,
because I've been a little stopped, but it's got essential oil.
But see, that's different though. That's something that like you physically into your body, like a nasal inhaling. I'm talking about stuff like you put on your skin. Does that actually?
You're not going to rub this on your skin. Yeah. Yeah, you've never used like Icy Hot or. When I was a kid, it was Flexol 454.
Flex? That sounds like something you put in your car.
It does, yeah.
But it's for your body.
Yeah. I believe it was called Flexol 454.
What's the 454? 4 times?
I don't know. Let's look it up or something.
Four times a day, 54 times a year or something.
That's what you're into.
454.
I'm not judging what you do at your own house.
Could you think about the commercial for this? We've came out with a whole new version of Flexol. It used to be Flexum, and it was $3.28. Now it's Flexol 454.
Which was the Chevy big block motor, so I guess for Ford guys, you could have Flexol 460.
All right, well, let us know you're out there as we get rolling here on this fabulous Friday.
Look at Mayor there chiming in.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I saw that pop up here in a minute. We are here. Want to welcome all of you in today as we are rolling on episode 359. Billy Cauthen and I will keep you entertained here for the next hour or so. Big shout out to Paul Oley, the gallery, for all of your custom framing, photography, and more. Go see my great friend, Paul Oley. Paul, we love you, man. Located at the gallery, 1201 University. A huge shout out as well to our friend Elliot Herzig of Elliot's Jewelers and online at elliotsjewelers.com. We've been talking about this for a couple of weeks. We have had no additional donations. And I still, Billy, have 14 of these beautiful diamond earring pendant and diamond earrings.
You look good in them earrings.
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about putting.
Could you use it as a nose ring? Or?
I was thinking about that, Billy. That's what I was thinking. But we do. We still have 14 of these remaining, and all you have to do, a suggested donation of only $100 or more, but a $100 minimum donation will get you this beautiful earring and diamond pendant. And here's the deal: every dime of that goes to our friends at Care Center Huntsville. You can either come here to First Baptist, make out a check directly to Care Center Huntsville, or you can go to our website at hellohuntsvilletx.com, make that donation there by credit card. And then Monday through Thursday, you're more than welcome to come by and pick these up here at the church. Miss Molly, who's so sweet, she'll take care of you. But 9 to 3 is when we have them, and we would love a little more support if folks want to be involved in that. And again, our goal is to raise $2,000 for Care Center Huntsville. So far, we've raised $400, so we got a ways to go.
Yeah, it's a little deficit there.
We got a little bit, but it'll be all right. We're going to keep it going until we sell out of them. Hey, I do want to mention a good friend of ours joining us this morning, Russell Humphrey, and he was talking about the old school, the best bar none ointment of all time. That's the heal all of everything. Ben Gay. Have you ever used that stuff?
Probably.
I mean, that stuff's used for everything. Anything and everything.
Whenever you're in pain and you do that, run up to Walgreens, you don't care what the label says or just do muscle relief. Oh, that's it.
That's all you want, yeah. Well, Mayor, so sorry we missed the inaugural Mayor's Ball. Did you get a chance to go to that, Billy? Oh, no, y'all were at the Hornet game.
Yeah, we was having a ball, but it wasn't look at her, Flexall 454.
It is. It's a real product. While you're looking that up, though, I wanted to say again, I know that event went really well last night. Saw the photos, and Mayor, I just accept my apology. We were busy yesterday. I had there it is, Flexall 454
pain relieving gel.
It's still for sale.
I don't know. You need some?
No,
pain?
No. My joints always hurt.
It's vitamin E enriched.
But no, I saw the pictures of that ball. I know it went really, really well. I had a coach's show last night. Gosh. I had a coach's show last night at New Waverly, and then didn't roll back into Huntsville until close to 6 o'clock, so it would have been tough for us. And then we had to get the children down and everything else. But I know it went well. Saw Rick and Kay Boning. They posted a wonderful picture. And just what an incredible event last night to give back to the local community. And that's what I love about Russell, always thinking of giving back.
I was just going to go by Russell's house this evening and see if he'd feed me and, be the same thing.
All right, he's coming.
See if he'll cook me a steak or something.
He might. We'll see if he chimes in on that. Well, hey, do us a favor, like, share, let us know that you're out there this morning. Hey, we are kicking off something today, partnered up with an organization called 40 Days USA, and this is a nonpartisan 40 days of prayer. We are now officially 40 days until Election Day on November the 5th, and this is not endorsing any candidate or any political party. It is just a call to unity that I believe this country really, really needs it. Friends, in all seriousness, it feels like there's always a national tragedy is what it takes to bring this country together. I've never felt this country more unified than what we saw after 9/11, and I pray and hope that it's not going to be another event like that that's going to bring folks together yet again. I believe the only way that we can come together, in my personal belief, is in a relationship with the Lord. And friends, today, prayer is the way to unify each other. And I want to encourage you this morning, if you haven't already, please sign up for the daily prayer guide. We send those out automatically. They will go out every day from now until November the 5th to your email inbox at 6 a.m. It'll include a devotional, a prayer, and some prayer points as an extended prayer. They kind of have a scripted prayer, then you can pray your own prayer. And then below that, there is a video of someone different every single day talking about the importance of that day and the importance of why they selected the theme of the prayer that they did. So this morning it was about unity and coming together over these next 40 days. And it doesn't matter, our church is kind of leading the charge here at First, but it doesn't matter what church you're part of, what denomination. Please share this with your church as well. We're not promoting or advertising First on it. You can just simply go to our website at hellohuntsvilletx.com, and you'll see an article there about 40 days of prayer, and then you can click on that and subscribe. You'll also be able to hear those prayers 3 times a day at 7 a.m., noon, and 5 p.m. on Spirit Radio FM. And trust me, because it took many, many hours to program all those prayers in over the next 40 days on the radio station. So, well, let's take our first break. When we come back, I want to talk a little Huntsville Hornets. I heard there was a little game, and heard there was a little game and a little bit of a victory. last night.
Put the boys on a bus and they went down there and did their thing.
They did something, we'll talk about what they did that's positive and uplifting when we come back. Hey, final
depends on what team you were on.
Was it the green team or the blue team?
Yeah, well, we were the white team last night.
Yeah,
which was confusing because their jerseys were green.
That is, I thought New Caney wore blue.
No, they're green.
Wow. Okay. Well,
unless my colorblind butt wasn't seeing right, but Scott Fisher had the same problem, and he was sitting beside me. So.
My sister had a quick question. She says, the diamond jewelry set in a drawing, or you just got to donate $100? Just $100. All you got to donate. We have 14 of these. It's not a drawing. If you donate $100 minimum, you can get the jewelry. So. Well, hey, we're going to take a break. I need a call to confirm, but today's supposed to be Cookie Day over at the credit union, at Walker County Federal Credit Union. I don't know if they've got the dough. I don't know if they've got that oven ready to go, but we have provided the oven. Today is supposed to be the day that cookies are at Walker County Federal Credit Union. And so,
they should get with the funeral home because we got the Otis Spunkmeyer cookie dough.
Oh, y'all could be the first weekly sponsor of the dough.
Gladly sell them a box.
We'll gladly upcharge a box of it.
Yeah. Membership fees and stuff.
It's a good interest rate, though.
Yeah, 4%.
4% is not bad. Well, go by and see them today. Go see our friends.
They better have the dough.
That's going to be terrible. Go by and see them, Walker County Federal Credit Union. It's our good friend. Keyword is cookies along with your name, by the way. Cookies along with your name on the Zero Degree Creations phone and text line 936-339-0139. We're going to give away a little bit of cash today, so a little bit of cash in your pocket today. We'll step aside. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk Hornet football and also the Billy Cauthen Restaurant Report. Where are we going today? Well, here in 1 minute, you can look on our Facebook page and find out.
Oh, the suspense.
Well, we'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville on this fabulous Friday and faithful Friday, brought to you by our friends at Walker County Federal Credit Union. Hometown values, hometown traditions. That is Walker County Federal, serving our family, serving years since 2002.
I think we're the funeral home.
What did I say?
Walker County Federal Credit Union.
Samuel Houston.
Samuel Walker Houston.
A big shout out to Sam Houston Memorial. Man, there's so many Sams and Walkers and everything in the names around here. A big shout out to Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Because Walker County is right next to us, and people come in all the time wanting to make a payment. So I'm curious now. I guess I have to get with Karen. How many people come in and want to make funeral arrangements?
I know I promised a break, but get ready for this. Now it's going to be they're coming in to play pickleball. That's coming up next. They're going to be coming in looking to play pickleball.
Down there with them.
All right, we'll take a break. Faithful Friday brought to you by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Our family serving years since 2002. We'll be right back. Here's the first prayer to start the 40 days of prayer. Stay with us, friends.
Let's do it.
As a nation, where do we place our hope? We believe our hope is not in the media, government, or people, but that our hope is in God. Join the National Day of Prayer Task Force, One Cry, Intercessors for America and others, as we come together to once again declare that it is in God we trust and to pray for our nation in the days leading up to the national election. Go to 40daysusa.com to sign up and get our prayer guide and other free resources. That's 40daysusa.com. 40 Days USA. 40 days of prayer for our nation. Please join D.T. Swanson, author and coordinator for 40 Days USA, as he prays for humility, repentance, and unity during these 40 days. 40 days.
God, we thank you that you are a God who hears prayers. And God, we would ask that you help us to humble ourselves. Help us to realize your greatness and how small we are. And God, we pray that by your Holy Spirit, you'd convict us of our wicked ways. God, we pray for mercy on our nation. We pray, Lord, that you would heal our land, not just to give us more bounties, but to have you as our God again. That once again we can say, in God we trust. And we thank you. In the name of Jesus, we pray these things. Amen.
Join us as we pray for our nation by going to 40daysusa.com to receive the 40 Days USA prayer guide and other free resources. That's 40daysusa.com.
Hi, I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today. Spirit Radio FM thanks Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home for their support. They offer services including pre-planning, funeral services, and grief support. Their website is shmfh.com and their phone number is 936-291-7300.
Welcome back, friends. We continue on this morning. Time now 60. 8:07 in the morning. Time now.
87.
87 time.
You're late, by God.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, as I get older, I'm worried in the next 5 years what's going to happen, because now I'm so jumbled up every day. It's just getting worse. Someone even told me the other day they noticed it. They said, we've noticed you're kind of...
Did you punch him in the mouth?
Nah, I just said, well, thank you for affirming what I already knew was on the way.
Oh, okay.
Time now, 8:07 a.m., under 63 degrees. How about a beautiful morning out there? For us, it's low humidity, 84%. That's low humidity.
Yeah,
here.
we don't have to cut it with a knife yet.
Here in East Texas. Today, how about a high of only 87, lows in the 60s? We'll get up to 89 tomorrow. Weekend looking very nice and beautiful. We do see the 90s creeping back into the forecast early next week, but I don't think hundreds are going to be around anymore. We are officially underway in fall. Highs are going to hover in the low 90s to upper 80s. And, again, we want to welcome you back in. Do us a favor, hit that share button. Let folks know that we're out there this morning. More importantly, let them know about the good in Huntsville through Hello Huntsville. We are here with Billy Cauthen, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Billy, before we talk about the Hornets and a great game last night, it was a Thursday night variety, a Thursday night flavor.
Yeah, that was weird.
Wanted to this morning just to say out there, I sent a buddy of mine, lives in Tallahassee, sent him a text last night, said, man, I'm praying for you and your family. Boy, Hurricane Helene dropped there just on that Florida coastline last night about 11 o'clock our time, made landfall. Billy, 140-mile-an-hour winds, Category 4. Some sad news this morning. A few death reports are already coming in, especially in Georgia, where tornadoes spun off of this. A mobile home flipped over. A couple of folks there lost their lives. There was someone in Florida that a road sign, must have been a big road sign, fell on their vehicle and took the life of that person in the vehicle. And so our prayers are with all of those folks, not only in Florida, but Georgia is really getting slammed. They were issued in Savannah, from what I was reading from the National Weather Service, the first ever kind of flood emergency, one of those type deals there in the heart of Georgia. And you think about the agriculture in those areas. Pecans is huge in that area. Peaches, of course, is what it's known for. But this is going to be some effort that's going to take many, many years to clean up. And it's amazing, in a bad way, the power of these storms. It's amazing to think how powerful they are, because we're sitting here yesterday at 8:09 in the morning. This thing was still out in the Gulf of Mexico, moving very fast, 25, 30 miles an hour to the north-northeast. And now it's already a tropical storm as it moves through Georgia. But it did slam the coast. And, I haven't received any updates, but I hope that my friend and his family there in Tallahassee are safe this morning. We don't have to deal with that here. We've been blessed with beautiful weather. We had our little share of barrel, right at the beginning of July, but that's been about it. So just wanted to bring that up this morning, and please continue to pray for those folks. And that'll lead into the inspiration, too, before we talk Hornet football. Billy, I was thinking about this, and you work in the industry. You never know, and I don't want to speak morbid, but you just never know. Today could be that day. And I'll say it in the past. Yesterday could have been the last day of your life. I don't like to say today is, but you never know when your time is going to be called. I go back and think just a couple of months ago when I got the phone call from my cousin about a month ago about my aunt. Would have never in a million years thought about. Would have never ever thought about that.
Yep.
And friends, I want to encourage you. Number one, if you know this show, you know what I stand on. I stand on the foundation of living for Jesus. We all mess up. I'm no holy roller. I mess up every single day. None of us are worthy of anything, but he came and died for us. And I want to tell you, number one, make sure you got it right with the Lord, because you never know when that day is going to come. And number two, if there's something you've been holding on to for a long, long time, friends, I want to encourage you. Maybe somebody today needed to hear this. Today is the day to let that go. Is what that thing that you've been holding on to that's been holding you captive, is it really worth bringing you down all these years? It may have been something terrible. I can only imagine the things that happen to some folks. I know I've been through some things. Some people have been through things far worse. But I want to encourage you this morning, friends, let it go. Give it up to the Lord. Let it go. Remove that bondage that's over you. Break those chains. I know it's easier said than done, but you never know what this day is going to hold. And that's a little bit of inspiration for you this morning, friends, that I just felt was on my heart as I came in. And like I said, Billy, you work in that business, and you have to see the unfortunate effects of that, where people just don't know when things happen. I mean, we just lost a good friend of ours here a couple of months ago. Would have never expected Randy to pass away.
Nope.
And just a good man. A lot of great things happened in his life. but there's peace in that because I know that he's with the Lord now. So that's a little bit of thing this morning that I want you to hold on to. It's not that may not be the get up and go run through a brick wall inspiration this morning, but it is something that I think people needed to hear today, Billy.
Good. I don't feel like running through a wall.
Well, Billy is on the road yesterday. You were down in New Caney. Tell us what happened with the Hornets, man.
We showed up. We dominated. We got back on the bus.
Just
there you go.
That quick, right?
Yeah.
No, it feels like there's something special about this team this year. Have you felt that?
I'm not just because my son's on the team, because, he doesn't get a whole bunch of play time, but he's probably the shortest one out there, which is ironic. But they got a team. There's a team. There's a sense of unity. They come together. Our defense, second to none. I mean, these guys, that's your brick wall, and you're not running through that one. Their defense, they don't give up nothing. If somebody gets around them, it is a minor miracle is what it is.
That was a district opener, too.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, what was it, last 40-3 or something?
42-7, I think.
Wow.
And that 7 they got was on a little mistake that we made. So
that's nuts. This year, I last year I had a chance. I'd go every week and interview coach and talk to a couple of players. But this year with college courses and broadcast in New Waverly, it's just it's not in the time schedule right now.
No, you're like me. You need to have a whole extra day added to the week.
I've had somebody, close to me encourage me, and it wasn't my wife, but it's a mentor and someone I look up to encourage me. He called me, said, "I'm worried about you, man." And he said, take a step back on a few things. He goes, people aren't going to get upset at you, but your health needs to be your number one priority, because if you're not healthy, how are you going to be there for your family and everything else? And so, and someone else had came up to me in the community and said, man, we've missed you. We haven't seen you at this, and this. And I said, well, look, man, it's just I needed to evaluate a few things. And they didn't say it rudely. They just noticed I hadn't been at things. I said, I got to take a step back once in a while.
Yes, I'd like to touch on that, because there's some people that might need to hear this, and I might lose my job over this. You're an individual, and you're involved with a certain organization, and your organization is having 1 or 2 or 4 or 6 things a year. And somebody like me or Rob, we try to go to those things. Mm-hmm. Well, if we miss one, please don't come beat us up. It's not that we're ignoring you or we don't think your organization means something. It's because there's 4,200 other organizations in Huntsville that are all having stuff around the same time of the year. But at the same time, when you have that sense of relief when something's over, sometimes we need that, just a night where we don't go anywhere, and we don't go to the galas or what, because we need a time with our wife and our kids, and we just need to be with our family. We still want to do awesome things in the community. We still want to be there for you, because we'll always be there for you. But sometimes we need a breather too, because we're going to something, sometimes 2. I've had as many as 3 events all on the same night. And we're literally coming in, saying hi, and sliding out to the next one. And it's tough. It is so tough. It will beat you up mentally and physically. So please be understanding that sometimes we just can't make it all.
Yeah, and I think most folks are. That's why last night I really wanted to be at the ball, but I just knew time-wise, going there and doing the show, running home and changing, then trying to get the kids, it would have been tough. The good news is the kids are growing up, and I want to cherish the days right now when they're little, because everybody's told me they're only little once, and then they get big. And then they may not want to cuddle with mommy and daddy anymore. They may not run to you when you come home and give you a hug. I'm going to tell you, the greatest joy, besides my relationship with the Lord, my family, my wife, and this does tie into family, is when I get home in the evening and that little girl of mine, because Bridget right now is looking for work, and so she's been at home with the kids, or they'll go to Tomorrow's Promise during the day. Every once in a while she'll keep Braylon at home. I think yesterday she did, because Braylon just wanted to stay home with Mama. Well, she has that luxury now. Bridget has that luxury right now, because some unfortunate things beyond her control. She's trying to find work right now. But the greatest joy that I have outside of those things I just mentioned was when I open that door, you know what I hear? Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. Mm-hmm. And that little toot comes running, the most biggest grin she has on her face, arms out wide, and just about tackles me at the door. And I never want to miss that or lose that or forget about that or take it for granted.
And you'll get that up into the teenage years because that's where I'm at with mine.
Is it like money, though? Daddy.
Yeah, where's your credit card? It's like, well, it's good to see you too, baby.
But no, it's like I said, I had a couple folks that just said, hey, take a step back for a minute. And so, and I've learned too, and not giving excuses, because there's folks out there that can go, and I admire that. I do. I admire that wholeheartedly. And
I work for a man like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
God almighty.
Boy, I tell you, I asked Greg one day, I said, Greg, how do you got the energy and he does. Greg is a phenomenal man and all that he supports, And I know early on he wasn't able to do all the things that he can do now because he had little ones and all that, just like we did. And that's why as time goes on and you get older in life, sometimes a little bit more of that room opens up. But with children at home and children in school, you gotta really put the priority on the family. And I think that's where we're going with this. It's another inspiration, another encouragement this morning. Put priority on your families. Put priority on your families. I joke around with Billy, but I'm serious about this. Billy, and he may not agree to it. Jacqueline will probably agree to it. Billy is one of the greatest family men that I've met here in this community. Every time I see him, if he's not working, he's with his children. Even at events that you are working, sometimes the family. When we had the dinner, your family was there. I've been to another event when they opened up the community room, that beautiful Sam Houston community room. Not only were your children there, they had name tags on.
It's a family funeral home.
It truly is. And I look up to you, Billy, saying, man, you know what? I need to be a better father to my children, and I need to be a better husband to my wife because the things that I see in you, Billy. I mean that. I'm not just saying it because you're sitting here next to me. I was telling somebody about that a couple of weeks ago. I said, that Billy Cauthen's a good family man. Kind of like the Lampoon, but a little bit smarter.
Yeah. I'll take that.
Well, thanks, Bubba.
Thanks, Bubba.
So, thanks, Bubba Hole. So that's just a little inspiration for you this morning. I know we were talking about the Hornets and all that too, but man, there's a perfect opportunity as a family. Go out and support the Hornets. Go to a football game together. Do something together as a family. And here's something else. Do something as an immediate family. There needs to be a time. We all have extended family, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there also needs time where you are with your immediate, and by immediate, I mean your wife and your kids.
Nuclear core family.
Your core right there. And it just needs to be your wife and your kids. You don't have to do every single event, every single time with all of your family. Give some exclusivity to your core family because that is where traditions will be built and that is where things will be celebrated. Bridget has a huge family and we do a lot together, but we're trying to do some things on our own because I want to build traditions for my family. I don't want to just go and live on someone else's tradition every single holiday.
Exactly.
I want to build my own traditions because I want my children to go, you know what? Our family used to do that. We started doing that. And so think about your core nucleus. And when you do, think of Billy Cauthen.
There you go. You know what I miss? Sunday suppers, man. When I was a kid, that was a guaranteed thing. On Sunday evening, we were having a spread. I mean, we were having pot roast or something, and, back then, of course, I couldn't stand it, but now I miss it, and I've tried to do that with my family, but with my job, it's so difficult to try to plan that meal and for us to climb around the table, and because most of the time it's out of a brown paper sack and it's at a TV tray,
I was researching something the other day, and, this will tie into a little spirituality, and if some of you want to tune out, that's fine. I'd encourage you to still listen. I was driving through the neighborhood the other morning, and I said, is this what the American dream is really about? And hear me on this. As I was driving down the road, I saw houses and cars, and the houses look different. That's what I love about our neighborhood. They're not all the same. They look a little different. But it was the same concept, a road, houses, cars, garages. And I started thinking about, what am I doing in life? Am I just living to try to pay for the house and the car, to be able to drive the car on the road?
Sure feels that way, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? You get in this routine every day. And as I was thinking about all these things, I started thinking, what's the purpose? And I know as a believer, the purpose is to live for the Lord. But when we get into the daily grind of things, sometimes we don't think about that till we put our heads down at night. And that's just the honest to goodness truth. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you and say all day long it's Jesus this, Jesus that. But I started thinking a lot about what is that purpose? What am I really, really doing? And then on top of that, I'm in the middle of these classes online with ORU. And I've learned a lot. It's been really neat taking these online courses. And lo and behold, one thing that I'm studying is about our purpose. And it relates to what are we doing with our life? Where are we going? And there was something in there about, and I'm trying to recall this as I talk about it. It's like one of those thoughts that you got right there. You just can't fully dissect it and get it out the way that you want to. But it was talking about your purpose and how you're living out your life. And it said, don't get caught up in the me mentality of living the American dream. Get caught up in your purpose of sharing the good news of the Lord with the world. And man, that hit me like a brick wall, because just that morning I was driving through the neighborhood thinking about that. And then I go home and that course that night was about that particular. Isn't that crazy how that works, Billy?
Well, it's tough because, just as human beings, like, my neighbor gets a new car. Well, then I got to have a new car. And it's tough.
I thought about a couple of these. And Billy, as I read these and anything pops in your mind, of course, chime in on
Just
this.
spill it out like I always do.
Spill it out, man. I'd love for you to. But one thing that I'd posted last night, and it was I'm trying to go to bed early, man, but I'm just in this bad routine now of going to bed late again. I used to go to bed at 9 o'clock, and now the kids go to sleep, and then I'm up working, doing classes and stuff. But I started thinking about this because I was talking to somebody, and they're all just head over heels excited about something that was going on. And I've known this person, because I've been in this situation, to be excited when you're on the top, but when you're down at the bottom, are you still as excited?
No.
But we need to find a way to be.
True.
And I said this, your worth, think about this, your worth. Think about the word worth. What is worth? What is the definition of worth? Think about that as I read this. Your worth is not defined by a job, a title, or, for many of us, not me, I'm blessed in this aspect, I don't have to work in it anymore, but the corporate bottom line. Now there's a different bottom line that we have working in ministry, and that's leading people to the Lord. But again, your worth is not defined by your job, a title that you may have, or the corporate bottom line. It's defined by our Creator and God. And I wrote this: embrace every season, whether you're on the highest of highs or the lowest of lows, knowing that each season is shaping you for something greater. I said, keep your eyes on Him, and He will lead you to where you're meant to be. And that was something, Billy, that was just so ingrained on my heart as I was thinking about all that this week. And I don't know, man, it's weird. I don't want to lose focus or lose sight on all of this that I've been thinking about over the last couple of weeks. Because, you get in this mindset, you start thinking about these things, and then a couple of weeks later, it's just you forgot about it. It was yesterday's news, right? Mm-hmm. There was this goes back to what I was talking about, and I posted this a couple of days ago. I said, are you pursuing the me mindset of the American dream? And think about it. We may not realize that it's me, but you just said something. You look in a neighbor's car or neighbor's driveway. Well, that's a new car, man. I need that. That's me, right? I worded it like this. I sat in and led our marriage class this week for my friend Don Jackson, who was out, and it was a privilege to do it. Don, please come back, because, man, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm a newbie at this. Don is a pro at it. But I said, think about that time when you're at a stoplight, because we've been doing the Beatitudes, blessed are the merciful. Think about that time you're at a stoplight and you're running behind, and now it's that car's fault in front of you that they're not going fast enough, so you're beating the steering wheel saying, hurry up, go. I got somewhere to be. Was it that person's fault? No, that person may be super early. They're being responsible. You were the one that left the house. That is the me mentality. Are you willing, and here's this, and this is the one thing that I'll end this whole spiel on, Billy, and I want everybody to hear this. Are you willing to trade in the pursuit of the American dream for a world that desperately needs Jesus Christ? That hit me like a ton of bricks whenever I read. I paraphrase that in a different way from what I read. But are you willing to trade in the pursuit of X? What are you pursuing right now? As a believer, are you willing to trade that in for a world that desperately needs Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, man, that's some deep stuff if you're a believer. If you're not a believer, it'll hit you one day. Trust me.
It'll get you.
It'll get you. Do you have any thoughts on any of that, Billy? I know it's kind of, rambling on for a moment about that, but did anything pop in your mind? Any thoughts that you can think of during all that?
Well, and I think we touched on this last week when you were talking about just then, about, you beeping your horn or whatever, about, I got to go or whatever. Sometimes I think that's God's divine intervention, that maybe he's stopping us or slowing us down to prevent us from something, so.
I know over the
sometimes
years.
Obstacles, because we, as humans, we set our goals on things that may not be in his will, but in our little minds, that's what we think we have to achieve. And I guess sometimes we have to step back and say, is this what God wants for me,
The aha moment for me finally came recently, 40 years old, and I'd say 40 minus 18. I'm bad at math, but what is that? 20.
That's some numbers, yeah.
22 or something like that. It took over 20 years. Let's just say 22 years. Finally, 22 years of being a believer. I go back to like when I was 18. Even though I accepted the Lord when I was little, I really think around 18 is when I really felt like, hey, this was it. So 22 years, Billy, to finally realize that in a world where we're trying to live for the Lord, that it don't happen overnight. I always thought that I was doing something wrong because the things that I'd pray about wouldn't come to pass when I thought they should come to pass. And that's the problem, is I thought.
Like you'd say amen and look up and the problem wasn't fixed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or you say a prayer at night, Lord, please protect my family from getting sick, and then 2 a.m. your daughter's throwing up.
Yeah.
But I've learned that, you know what? Don't allow those things to discredit your faith in the Lord. Don't allow those things to hamper your desire to learn and to grow. And it took 22 years. I don't know what it was, something Jason Bass said here first, man, about 6 months ago or a year ago. And finally this light switch went on, and I said, it doesn't happen overnight. It is a daily pursuit and a daily grind. And once you understand that, it makes things a whole lot easier to understand in the realm of why things don't happen when we think they should happen. And the problem is they don't happen when we expect them to happen.
It's not on our time.
No. And it took forever to learn that, man. So, all right. Well, if any of you have any thoughts, chime in as well. We appreciate everybody for joining us. Hey, check this out. Christine Mitchell is joining us from Uganda.
Packed and Ready Ministries.
Can you believe it? She is in Uganda right now. Her and her husband are over there. She said, good evening from Uganda, Africa.
I wish it was evening time.
Uganda this afternoon?
Yeah, let's go to Uganda.
Uganda? Where Ugandan?
I'm going to the house.
Well, Christine, praying for you guys, and know y'all are doing great work there serving. Carolyn Gibson said, my family had breakfast and supper together every day around the table. My dad prayed over each meal. Can we get back to the dinner table? We need to have a campaign, get back to the table.
It's tough. It's a struggle to do that. I don't think, not everyone realizes how difficult that is, especially with kids that, are my age, or not my age, but in the bracket of, where I'm raising children, know.
Carolyn, appreciate that comment. I wanted to get to a couple more of these. My sister, Rebecca Schaefer, joining us this morning. She said, I miss Sunday dinners after church in Pearsall and at our grandparents'. Yeah, down in South Texas, every time we'd go, we knew that it was a certainty if we were going to go visit my grandparents down in South Texas, that we would be at church and that we would eat right after church.
We used to go on Sundays to visit my grandmother. Have I ever told you about her world-famous fried chicken?
No, please explain it.
Dude, when we were going to Granny's house, I knew, oh, man, the fried chicken was on point, son. And I couldn't wait to get there. And, as soon as we would walk in, the table was set. It was ready. Man, she'd already gotten out of church. We were eating. I was probably, 16, 17 years old when I realized that her world-famous fried chicken came from Brookshire Brothers.
She did a good job covering it up.
She did. She would get out of church, swing by they lived in Groveton. She would swing by Brookshire's or B&B, whatever their little thing is there. She would get that chicken. She would come back, take it out of the box, put it on the big, the big serving plate, and she would throw the box away.
Granny, how'd you cook that chicken so fast?
Well, but she would have the side. She would have the the turnip greens and the fried okra and all that. So she fried like the okra, and I don't know, just she fried that chicken too. But like I said, I was 16 or 17 before I finally caught the box.
That's great. Well, before we take a break, we are going to get to the Billy Cauthen restaurant report. Steph Valley, we were talking earlier. She said that's so true. I tell my son that everyone is different in a different stage in life. Give everyone the benefit of the doubt. Most everyone is trying their best. And I believe that. Whenever we get in this negative mindset, we see the worst in everything.
Oh, yeah. In everybody.
And it could be the nicest person you've ever met in your life, and you'll find something that you're going to think is horrible about that person when you're in a negative mindset. Or when you're in a me mindset.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in the me mindset, you're going to see the guy down the street that maybe you've known for 10 years, thought he was the best guy ever, and the me mindset is going to tell you that guy's not your fan, that guy didn't do this, that guy didn't, and all of a sudden now you've contorted your view on that guy who's a good guy. That's a little deep one too, Billy. All right, well, let's take a quick break. When we come back, the Billy Cauthen Restaurant Report. We are here on this Faithful Friday. Thanks for taking the journey with us here this morning on Good Morning Huntsville. We'll take a break. We'll talk about what day it is, the impossible question.
Oh, it's Friday.
It's Friday. We're done. We're done. And then we'll wrap it up when we come back. Stay with us. More to come as we talk about where we're eating a little bit later today. This is your show. Text in the keyword cookies. I'm also giving away some money. Cookies is the keyword along with your name on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line, 936-339-0139. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment. This is Good Morning Huntsville, brought to you by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hi, I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
So, what's inside the mysterious little box?
Whoa, what box? Oh, that box over there.
You went to Elliott.
Wait, don't open it yet. Oh, and yes, I went to see Elliott's Jewelers just a couple of days ago.
Inside the box, is it golden?
Well, I was a little concerned about the price of gold because it's high, but Elliott really helped me find something beautiful and monetarily agreeable.
Oh, well, hey, can I open it now, please?
Whoa, just a little longer. You have to at least wait until Christmas Day.
Oh, well, I can do that.
Elliott's Jewelers. Fine jewelry and engravable gifts. Schedule your appointment at elliottjewelers.com. That's ELLIOTTS Jewelers.com.
Make sure there's something extra special inside the mysterious little box you give this season.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com. This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the Spirit of Huntsville. Braylon, say this is Spirit Radio.
This is Spirit Radio.
All right, friends, back at it here, 8:38 as we wrap up in just a few moments. Hey, Billy, on this date in 1777, General George Washington was defeated by the British in the Battle of Germantown. See, you don't really hear about the defeats. He had his ups and downs like everyone else. It's why he was never a big Oktoberfest fan. George Washington. Pretty news you can use there.
There you go. Now you know.
This morning. A couple of other ones here. 1871, a patent was granted for cement. Cement. This church made of cement. You go knock on the walls. It's hard brick,
Portland
man.
cement.
It's my kind of flavor. you ain't got cement. You need to get it.
Yeah, you get it now.
That was one of the more concrete ideas of the time, by the way. Really. The inventor was later convicted of first-degree murder. That's enough of that.
So what do? Do you go to like dad jokes / news of the day?
Yeah, they're not good. On this date in 1892, book matches were patented. Do you remember book matches, the match books? Although some people said they'd wait for the movie to come out. Do you get that one?
Yes, I got that one.
I don't get that one.
Well, I'll read a book when you can wait for the movie to come out.
Oh, okay. I don't even know what's going on. Suddenly, the Book of the Month Club spontaneously combusts, by the way. Although some preferred to wait until the movie came out, that is, once movies were invented. So, see, you were on the right track there. By then, a reader was what you did to a fire, which you started with the book matches. Okay, a reader, you started with the book matches. The critics called the book striking. These are really bad.
All right, we're down to one viewer.
Ironically, the guy who invented matches was quite a hothead. So, you got to admit, some of those were okay, right? Right? Is that okay?
Yeah. I mean, I might use them later, so yeah, they're probably pretty good.
I can't read this one, but look how funny that is. Look at this one. It's on this date night. You see that? Something about... That's pretty good. On this date in 1954, Tonight. It used to be called Tonight. Known as The Tonight Show with Steve Allen, premiered on NBC. Jack Parr made his debut as the show's host on July the 29th, 1957. And then, how about Johnny Carson? Did you ever watch Johnny Carson growing up? He started, in 1962. Jay Leno took over for 30 years, all the way to 1992. And then Jimmy Fallon took the reins of the show, and it went downhill from there, starting in 2014. Never watched it after Leno went off the air.
You know who I watched? Arsenio Hall.
Oh, do you remember the... But do you remember? Yes, and do you remember? It's the Arsenio.
Yes.
Oh,
and they would pan that camera out.
Yeah. But I forgot about that. No one does that anymore.
Watch that on a black and white television.
Let's see. Things you need to know. Researchers say the increasing prices that come with inflation has us dining out less and making more meals at home. I actually eat out more. I think groceries are very expensive. It's cheaper, I feel like, to eat out than it is to eat at home.
Yeah, it's a fine line there. It depends on what you're trying to dine on.
Government has released more COVID tests, by the way. You can get 4 of them now. Not just 2, but 4 free tests at covidtest.gov. So if you
it's
want
election time.
It's election. Got to get them out there. Yeah, this is tough. Former Minnesota Vikings quarterback Tommy Kramer, I remember him disclose that he was diagnosed with dementia a year ago. In his words, the 69-year-old said, "Please, no sympathy. I've lived a great life and wouldn't want to change a thing." Think about that. Here's someone with dementia that's going to, as time goes on, going to get more and more forgetful. And he said, "Please, no sympathy. I've lived a life, a great life, and wouldn't change a thing." That's what I want to say, one day.
My race is done.
And Brett Favre diagnosed with Parkinson's, which I cannot believe we mentioned that yesterday. Man, a couple of last things here, kind of political, but I'll mention it. Eric Adams has become the first New York City mayor to be indicted in a federal investigation. They raided everything, went through his phones.
He's the first?
First one, yeah. I'm surprised about that. They have it's called Gracie Mansion, that if you're the mayor in New York City, it's one of the oldest wooden structures down in Manhattan. There's a nonprofit that preserves this house, but as the mayor, you get to live in that house. You got your own mansion if you're the mayor of New York City. Mayor Humphrey, we're going to work on something for you.
We're going to get you a tent, man. We're going to go to Academy. We're going to find that $39 Magellan special.
Our mayor deserves something nice.
We're going to set it up.
We're going to figure out something for you.
We're going to put the rain fly on it and everything.
You know what? Go to Wendy's today through Monday, because Monday is the last day that you can get Frosties for just $1 at Wendy's. They've had a special going on.
We actually had a conversation about Frosties at the office yesterday or day before.
Did y'all go get some?
No.
You like them?
It's less calories if you don't eat them.
But it's more joy if you do.
Oh, yeah, we love a good Frosty.
Do you put the French fries in the chocolate Frosty?
I do not.
Have you ever did it?
Yes.
Oh, it's good. I don't know what it is. There's something about it. I didn't want to jump on that cool, like a Starbucks trendy bandwagon. Like everybody's drinking Starbucks, so now I got to drink Starbucks. Everybody's putting their fries in the chocolate chick, so I got to put my fries. I didn't want to jump on that bandwagon, but I did it, and it's good. Just telling you, Billy.
Okay,
They do have some like other fruit flavored Frosty. Don't get it. Just stick to the basic. I get the vanilla twist with the chocolate and the other in there. So today's impossible.
And are you getting that from our Wendy's out here at the truck stop?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. They have it. Today's impossible question, Billy.
¿Qué pasó?
I forgot about what do you got today? The heart mug. Where'd that come from?
I got my heart mug.
Where'd that come from?
I want to say Kay Fisher gave me that.
It's a dandy of a mug there. All right.
I'm such a sweetheart.
Here's today's impossible question. About 37% of us add this to their coffee in the morning. What is it? 37% add this to their coffee.
Creamer.
That's a good answer.
Oh, it's probably not creamer, though.
It's not creamer. Good answer. 37%.
Whiskey. They put whiskey in there.
We'll get to it in just a minute. That's another good answer. Did you know there's 4% of people read a book while driving? I've seen that. I've literally seen somebody driving reading a book, Billy.
Yes, and then you get Billy Cauthen honking the horn, yelling at you, put that damn book down.
Put the book down, man.
Same thing with the phone. Put the phone down. Just put it down.
The number one thing forgotten by adults, and I'm guilty of this, is where they put their keys. Number two is what they need at the store. Have you ever went into the store without a list and you forgot why you went?
It cost you $482.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go back to the key thing for a minute.
Sure.
Where are your truck keys right now?
Right over here. They're always right down here. And when I get home, I put them right here on the ground next to the desk. When I get home, I have a special hook for them that goes right by the back door. What happened?
You know where my keys are at?
In your pocket?
In my pocket.
I can't do that
all
because
the time.
It's bulky.
All the time. All the time. My keys are in my pocket.
You ever lose them?
Nope. You know why?
Because they're always in your
pocket. They're in my pocket. But I got another friend. He comes in, and it's a place. He comes to my house and sets his keys up on my counter. At the funeral home, there was a lady that came in yesterday, and she took her keys and put them on Carrie's desk. Why? Why are you handing out your second most financial asset, the keys to it? Put them in your pocket. Put them in your purse. Okay, go ahead. I'm done.
No,
ranting for a minute.
Ranting at me. I know you're.
Where's your pocket knife?
Talking to me. Don't have one.
Oh, that's got to change.
Can you bring me one next Friday?
Yes.
Bring me one next Friday, and I'll keep it in my pocket the entire time.
Good deal.
All right, couple last ones here before we get to the restaurant report. More traffic accidents occur on Fridays than any other day of the week. I would think it would be Monday. I guess Friday people are wanting to race home.
Mm-hmm.
The longer a couple is together, the less they argue about their exes.
That makes sense.
I mean, yeah.
Why would you argue about that?
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of weird. 39% of singles judge other singles by their grammar. Well, that's why I stayed single for so long, I guess.
Yeah, no joke. I'm glad Jacqueline picked me up.
Oh, researchers say that coworkers who hug get along better and are more productive. I don't know if that'd be a good one, go around and start hugging. Well, at church we do. I mean, it's different when you work in a ministry. We give each other a hug all the time. And I am more productive. I didn't even think about that because, when I come in the mornings, Molly's here Monday through. She always comes up, gives me a hug, and says, I love you. And it melts me because it's just so sweet. I feel more productive.
I hug people all the time, but I guess I don't hug my coworkers. I'm sorry about that, Miss Belinda, Carrie, Judith.
Have you ever went in for a hug and then the person rejects it and then you feel really awkward? I've had that happen several times, and they're kind of like this, and then it's like, what do you do?
Greg hugs me every now and then, pretty much just to shut me up,
He gives you a bear hug.
Quit bitching.
He gives you this huge bear hug. All right, let's go back to the impossible question. Then we will have the restaurant report, I promise. We're just keeping you cliffhanging for a reason, so you'll stay engaged. Hey, I have to go over this one. Cities where you're most likely to have a bad hair day. Now, you and I don't. You go to tune up. They take care of you. I mean, you're always tuned up, ready to go.
Yeah, I'm 2 weeks overdue anyhow.
Miami, Florida. 81 out of 100 people say they have a bad hair day in Miami, Florida. Makes sense right there.
They got the flock of seagulls hairdo going on. Yeah.
Tampa, Florida, 71%. San Antonio, 60. San Antonio, that's kind of weird, 68%. Dallas at 62. Phoenix, Arizona, 59. Austin, 56. I figured Austin would be at the bottom of the list. Nobody cares how they look there. Houston, 55. Fort Worth, 52. Oklahoma City, 51. And Jacksonville, Florida, 49% of people. That's a lot of people in each category that would say
think they're having a bad
hair day. Yeah, especially in Austin. That one kind of threw me over. Okay, today's impossible question. About 37% of us add this to their coffee. One, I don't drink coffee, so I don't have to worry about this. Billy, you said?
Whiskey.
That is almost correct. Just alcohol, which would fall into there. 37% of them do it.
When it's wintertime, put your little peach brandy in there and stir it up.
I always wondered why by the end of the show you're kind of, hey, how you doing? That's my coffee and I need it now. All right.
You're mean.
Check it out. Where are we going today, Billy?
We're going to Joe's Italian.
There ain't nothing like Joe.
It's your Joe's and you need it now.
You got a cup of Joe. Hey, by the way, join us today at noon, Joe's Italian, for the Billy Cauthen Restaurant Report. We will be there at noon. Come join us. Richard and Linda Horn are always there. Karen's there.
We should do reverse psychology. Don't come. Don't come. You're not worthy. Don't show up. You can't sit with us.
Don't show up.
Don't show up. Don't be there.
Reverse
don't even drive by.
But if you do, reverse psychology, if you do, we'll buy your food for you.
Yeah, that's a reverse.
We'll definitely buy your food for you. Show up today. We'd love to hang out. It's always a good time of fellowship, Billy, by the way.
We have fun. We sure do.
Last week, place I'd never heard of, take us back a week ago. We went to where?
Was it Carmelita's?
Carmelita Taqueria. No credit, don't sweat it. Tell us about it.
And when you walk in, that's how you feel. Lovely family. They have four tables to set. It's not a big place.
No,
it's not a big place.
Well, where's it at? Out in the middle of nowhere.
I think it's the old Phelps post office is what it is. Right there at Phelps Slab and whatever the road to Phelps is. See that?
Mm-hmm.
I love how I show people hand signs on the.
That's out off 19, right? Off
190.
See, I get them so confused. 190. You're right.
Go out 190, hang a ride on the slab, and when you go across the tracks, it's on your right.
Good food though. What'd you get?
Ooh, I got the torta.
I think it was the size of a tortoise.
Oh my God! I'm thinking I'm getting like a regular, like you'd get torta other places. I was hungry. I could have ate the rear end of whatever. This thing was so big. You can ask Rob. It was all I could do to get one half of it down.
We should have split ours.
We should have. It was loaded. It was excellent. The bread was, woo. there had to have been 2 pounds of steak on that thing. There's no way they made any money selling that to me.
I made a mistake by getting like some nachos to start with. So I'd eaten those and a ton of chips and salsa. Then got the nachos, then got the torta. I thought I was going to get a little thing like a Crustable, the little peanut butter and jelly thing.
No.
I thought it was going to be that size. How would you rate it, though? Clean, by the way. There's a lot of stuff in there, but I would say it was a very clean restaurant.
There was one thing that I found, which I pick on everybody, and that's dust on ceiling fans. But don't come to my house because I'm the most guilty of it. But at a restaurant, I think it's different. I do that at church. We got ceiling fans at church. Well, they're clean, but they're at our church. Like the ceiling fans, there's like a pin that holds them in or whatever. So I'm always like, is the retainer clip on that pin? Because if not, that could turn out real bad.
Today may be the day
you meet Jesus. He came in like a ceiling fan. Anyhow, back to the restaurant report. You don't remember this with Star Search. On a scale of 1 to 4 stars, 4. It's a 4. That was a solid 4. But again, they got like 4 tables. So if you come sliding in there with a party of 28 people, might not happen. But there was a lot of people that were coming in to get to-go orders, and they were ordering them as they came in. And I want to say, just watching, not like, timing them with my little Tag Heuer wristwatch there. They were, 3 or 4 minutes. They were in and back out.
It's quick, yeah.
Yeah. And, it was the same 2 family members that were working all the tables, that were bringing the meals out, that were picking up the dishes. So
there you go. Carmelita Taqueria is where we were at. We will be at Joe's Italian today. I'm looking forward to that. I've been over there a few times. Bridget,
I'm in the mood for
go.
ravioli.
Yeah. So what's some of the? There's some weird stuff over there that I don't know what it is, but it's good. At the end of the day, it's all just carbs. Is all it really is.
Oh yeah, it's a carb load. But Judith, she gets some type of veal something.
Jay Money going with us?
Jay Money should be going.
Maybe get Greg to go today, or is he still over there at Cloud 9?
Yeah, he's probably over there eating cowboy stew.
Well, all right,
C9.
friends.
He's at the C9.
He's at the C9. Well, all right, friends, that will wrap it up. I will get to our winner today. How about our friend Carolyn Gibson? Carolyn, you have won a little bit of money today. Congratulations, Carolyn. Money your way. And I think, Carolyn, if you have a Venmo or a Cash App, I don't remember if you do. If not, come by the church, and I'll give you a crisp $10 bill. We've been giving away $10 all week. So, Carolyn Gibson, congratulations. A little money coming in. That'll get you something to eat.
$10 will feed you.
At Carmelita Taqueria. The torta was $8, by the way.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there is no way they made money off what they – me and Rob got the same thing. There is no way they made money off of that.
Yeah, I don't.
What you typing over there? Hey, now.
I was sending Carolyn a message.
Hey, girl.
Holla at your player.
Holla.
All right, well, that will wrap it up. Thanks for hanging out with us. A lot of folks here with us all week long. We appreciate each and every one of you. Turpening.
You going to tell them how many of them drinks you had when you was there?
Oh, man.
Them fruit punches?
Dude, I had like 4 of those things, man. In fact, I got one on my desk that's halfway drank that I never finished.
Put it over ice and go again.
Yeah, we'll do it, man. So, the Horn family said that they're missing lunch today. So, they said that chores are calling us here. So, they are missing today, unfortunately. That means...
Do we need to place them at to-go order and take it to them or something?
No, that means we need people to show up and eat with us.
Yeah, don't show up. Don't come. Don't hang out with us.
Come see us. We will be there again today. Linda's saying red dye. I had all that red dye in those how to eat.
Hey, she was talking about how they make that red dye. She Facebook Messenger me like the scientific on how they do that. She's right. Now I'm not scared, but I'm concerned
about how the red dye is made.
Yeah.
Google it.
Yeah, don't ruin your life. Don't Google.
Autumn is messaging us. We will be at Joe's Italian at noon. So all of you are welcome.
Okay.
Come join us at noon.
Let's touch on this for a quick second.
I was on time at the Carmelita.
If y'all know how we start the show at 7:30, that's kind of how we eat lunch at 12.
No, I was there. I was at 12. I was at 11:45.
You beat me there.
Yeah.
But I was coming from Lovelady, Texas, and I was, the Texas Department of Public Safety is listening. I was moving at a safe speed, very fast speed.
Very fast, safe speed.
Let's just say I was flying very low.
Let's say the trailer that was on the back of your truck was bouncing and hopping if you had one.
It got there 3 minutes after I did.
All right. Well, Karen is joining us. Autumn, you come join us as well. We will be at Joe's Italian at noon. And I will be there. I will be there at noon. Billy.
And we'll try to do our best Italian accents for you.
Yeah. We're going to sit in that table in the
corner booth.
The corner with that lamp that doesn't work and that big round table. Billy will be there wearing a fedora, and he'll be like, "You talking to me?
You come to me with a favor on the day of my daughter's wedding.
You need to put who in the ground?"
I don't think we sound like Italians.
No, not at all. All right, friends, that'll wrap it up. Been a lot of fun here on the serious note.
Can we get cannolis?
Yeah. See, that's one of the things I don't know what it is. That's this Italian stuff that
it's like a dessert. It's like a cream-filled egg roll.
All right, we're going to cannoli it up at noon.
We're going to cannoli it. Take the cannoli, leave the gun.
On a serious note, friends, if you are going through a difficult situation with your family where you need to find somebody to take care of your family, give my friend Billy a phone call. I know that we cut up and have a good time here on the show. We do that because we want to entertain you a little bit for what it's worth. Billy's always a lot of fun. But I can tell you this as a friend and someone that I'm very close to, he will take care of your family. My dad passed. I remember getting there to Georgetown, and I kept telling Bridget, I said, the only thing I want to do is go see my dad. I said, I want to go see my dad. I want to go see my dad. I got in a truck. I wanted to go by myself, too. Nothing on my wife or my family. I just wanted to go by myself. I called Billy, and I just broke down right there on the phone because it all hit me. All that emotion finally hit me at once. And Billy said, just go in and talk to him. He said, you told me, and I did exactly what you told me. I went in by myself. And you said, go pull up a chair next to him and talk to him. And I did that, Billy, and it helped me a lot.
Well, you know,
that's the compassion you're going to get from Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
That's a mistake I made with my dad when he passed away. I was 11, and I was trying to be strong, air quotation, trying to be strong, and I didn't. Of course, the funeral home we used at the time, Sam Houston wasn't in existence when this happened, and they were pretty set in their scheduling, so we didn't get to do like a visitation and a funeral. We pretty much just got to do the funeral, and I didn't speak to my dad. I didn't want anybody to see me cry.
Yeah.
So and I say that to say that when you come to me as a full-grown man, and I am your funeral director, and I am serving your family, I'm gonna flat out tell you, Bubba, you need to go in there and talk to your daddy. Do it alone. Do it with your brother. Do it with your sister. I don't care, but you got to go. Because that is something that I have carried in my heart for over 30 years now. I regret it every day. I'm not going to let you do that. And I guess that's I'm so honored when people trusted me. I'm not going to let you make that mistake that you're going to have to sleep with every night.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate
Let me guide you.
I appreciate you, Billy, telling me that because it helped out a lot because I was scared. I was scared to go in there. I was scared. And I didn't know what to do. And then they had told me something because my dad had real frail skin, and
I got it now.
I wish we would have had y'all. Honestly, they did these folks did a good job. But I just, I'm glad I had you to call to lean on. But man, they made it sound like it was going to be something bad when I went in, and it wasn't. It was nothing at all. They had, they had to put plastic because of certain things. But they made it sound worse than it was.
They want to warn you. I mean, because what might not be a big deal to you might be an astronomical situation to the person behind you.
Ended up being nothing, to be honest. But when I went in there, man, you told me that, Billy, and it just. It helped me so much, and I appreciate you. And I brought all that up, not because Billy's a friend or he's sitting here, and definitely not because they're a sponsor, but I mean this. That's the compassion and care you're going to get from the folks at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Whenever they say our family serving yours since 2002, they really are their family serving yours when you go over there. So take advantage of what they do for you. And we've talked here, hopefully in the next month or two, we're going to have another dinner, and we're going to do a special planning dinner over there. So we'll get some more of that Kyle Kreiner brisket and pig out and have it. So,
dude, I've already nailed him down for James's graduation.
There you go. Yeah. That guy's going to be booked up. We're talking about the brisketeer of Huntsville, Kyle Kreiner. So, well, hey, man, appreciate it. Hey, I did want to say one thing. Our neighbor grew up next to my dad. I didn't know he watched. That's my dad's neighbor. Mr. Camp, Ben Camp, said, I miss your dad, Rob. He was a great man. Thank you so much, Ben. I never in a million years would have expected Ben Camp to send in a comment.
There he is.
So, man, it's good to see you, brother. We appreciate you and your family. My dad always loved the Camps next door, man. They're good people. So, well, hey, that'll wrap it up. Come join us. We will be at Joe's Italian at noon.
You reckon they got them little bibs we can wear?
I hope so, man. We're going to be there at noon, so come eat with us today. The whole community's welcome. Just come on and join us at Reverse Psychology. We'll buy your meal for you today if you show up. Reverse Psychology.
Reverse Psychology.
Just make sure you remember that part when you get there and something happens.
Yeah.
That'll wrap it up here on this Faithful Friday. Michelle Cardenas, come join us. Michelle's on. Michelle, come join us at noon. Bridget, my sweetheart, if you're watching, come join us at noon. We'll be over at Joe's Italian, 12 o'clock today here in Huntsville.
Tell Michelle we'll bring Jay Money. They can hang out.
Yeah, your friend Jay Money's coming, Michelle. That will wrap it up here on this Faithful Friday. Thank you for hanging out with us all week. Had a great week here on the show. We'll be back at it on Monday morning at 7:30. For those of you heading down to NRG Stadium to cheer on Sam Houston versus Texas State, safe travels. That'll be a great game tomorrow. I will be enjoying time with my family.
There's a lot of guys that are on the road tonight and going to watch the PNG game. So for my Hornet fans that are going to go watch PNG, take notes, please.
Yeah, get ready because they
come back and share with us.
PNG sells out and they travel as well.
Yeah, they and that's I'm scared to death that they travel.
Yeah, big time.
Because they travel into Huntsville.
Yeah, they travel big time. So
and they're not always very nice.
We'll see you on Monday, 7:30 as we wrap it up today, friends. Reminding you we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. Want to encourage you, too, this Sunday, if you're looking for a church home, Billy and I both go to great churches. I'm at First Baptist. Billy's over at Christ the King. Our service at First at Bible Study 9:30, service at 10:45. Billy, you guys?
I think we're doing a 9 o'clock service now for traditional and 11 o'clock for contemporary.
If you show up at 9, you'll hear Billy, whoa. And if you show up at 11,
yeah, we are a family divided. Because I like their traditional and Jacqueline likes the contemporary.
There you go.
So we go with the contemporary.
Yeah, that's right. We'll see you Monday. Hey, we love you, Huntsville, and good morning and God bless. We'll be back at it Monday at 7:30. Until next time, have a wonderful and blessed week, everyone. Thank you, Billy.
Thank you, sir.